come in, we'll turn over to two other very beautiful people. We have Kyla Grogan and Grant Lotus outside on the Cron 4 News deck. Have you, obviously you can hear them and see them. Have you seen any of the like really cool moves that they do, or they go like super close? Yes. The diamond formation where they're like 18 inches apart. I'm trying to find some like cool Blue Angels facts to share with everyone. The coolest one I found so far is that they can go as fast as the speed of sound.
Yeah, amazing, incredible. And you were saying like you went Mach, what was it?
We pulled 6.2 Gs.
I don't know what that.
We broke the sound barrier. There was a sonic boom. They can go. They usually go about 700 max in their shows. I guess they didn't want to hurt me too badly.
So there they are now. You can see the formation and just how close they are. It's really extraordinary. And again, we talked about this with the 18 inches of distance. But then look at how they just change formation. I guess that's the part that gets me, is that they are so synchronized and that they're able to communicate with each other in such a way that they can pull these off. Now, one of the things, here's a fun fact. What you see coming out of the plane is actually added so that you can see those trails, and they are biodegradable paraffin-based oil that's directly pumped into the exhaust nozzles of the aircraft, where the oil is instantly vaporized into smoke, allowing not only us to see them, but them to see each other, so that it's safer for them when they're doing these maneuvers. I thought that was pretty fascinating.
That is great. Did you notice there's a seventh plane? He's not in the formation right now, but was near them right as they were passing over the Bay Bridge. That's the two-seater. That's the one I went up in. That's the one they take folks up in. So we don't know exactly why that one is part of today's show. It's usually not. Usually you just have the 6 you see there. It might be that there's a photographer with the military that is filming this. It's possible, we've been surmising, that it could be a dignitary who may be in town for Senator Feinstein's funeral, who they're just kind of giving a ride to. But that's abnormal. Usually you just see the 6, but today there are 7.
Well, I knew they were going to do a special thing today for Senator Feinstein to honor her, and it is pretty amazing that she was really instrumental in bringing them here, and that they are here right in the time when San Francisco has been honoring her. That's it was kind of interesting yesterday when they kind of were interrupting the ceremony a little bit, but I remember Nancy Pelosi was speaking, and she was like, no, this is actually perfect. This is exactly what Diane wanted. She wanted this wonderful event for this city.
And you can see why. If you knew Senator Feinstein, you knew how proud she was to be a San Franciscan, and how proud she was to initially be president of the Board of Supervisors and then the mayor here, and then to go to Washington and try to fight for San Francisco and make this a better city. And certainly the Blue Angels coming in 1981 with her urging was one of the transformational moments in this city, because a lot of people look forward to this weekend. They mark it on the calendar, and they make plans around it, social plans. Some people, you get those rooftop parties.
That's right.
that people cram onto those, and it's a special time. Usually the weather is perfect. Usually it's warm and not that much fog. This is abnormal. This is actually hot. It's hot, but boiling.
Also, as far as they are concerned, it's kind of great timing for it, right? Because again, when you have skies that are this clear blue, we're watching them right now over our heads, everybody. They're doing this incredible arc that you can see. They're all so close to each other that they almost make an entire circle together. When the weather is like this, they can do the stuff that they hope they get to do. Every show they have to plan what they're going to do and then sometimes adjust it based on the weather. If you hang out with any people who fly planes, you'll notice a lot of them are almost pretty much meteorologists. Right?
Weather obsessed.
Weather obsessed. Military is actually known for training fantastic meteorologists. I've worked with some that then kind of come into the private sector sometimes, and they're incredibly well-trained people. And they do that because this is everything to you when you fly, right? They have to know minute by minute, hour by hour what's going on with the weather. So it's part of their precision that it allows them. This high pressure is a gift to allow them to get to do some of these more intricate moves because we have the weather on their side. Sometimes the fog comes in here and it does it quite judiciously, and it can change things real quick. And so you can bet they've got their meteorologists on staff that are keeping an eye on everything for them. But I'm sure their meteorologists, like myself, is probably jumping around going, oh yeah, this is a great day.
This is money right here. Hey, Justine, I don't know if you showed anybody, but did you tell the folks what you did on Fleet Week in the Oracle plane?
That's interesting. We only have 10 minutes left in our show, Grant, and it's finally being brought brought to everyone's attention.
What did she do?
Yes, I did fly in a stunt plane with a Team Oracle. This was a couple of years ago. It was a memorable experience. I remember being asked, like, hey, do you want to take part in something with Fleet Week? You could fly in one of the planes. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Absolutely, that sounds great. You know, I always say yes to, like, any opportunity that comes my way. Little did I know what I was signing myself up for. We did, like, loops and turns and twists. I get, like, car sick just, like, driving down, like, a flat street, let alone, like, being on basically a roller coaster in the sky. It was totally something where my stomach was in my head and my feet were on my shoulders for like a week. It took me a long time to get my bearings again, but it was an absolutely memorable and incredible experience, one I will certainly not forget. I learned my lesson though. I get car sick and motion sickness very quickly, but it was very cool, and I'll put the video or something again on my Instagram or Facebook or something so people can see. I know it's on our website, cron4.com, because I Googled it just to see. So I was like, what year did I do that? It was like 2017. So it's been a minute, and it's still something that like makes me feel a little bit queasy, but it was super cool. But these pilots, I was looking at what the pilots do to be part of the Blue Angels. They have a really grueling schedule. They're on tour from March until November, just going to different cities all across the country, doing these tricks, you know, for several days in a row. You know, they have to maintain a certain body weight in order to be able to, you know, fly the plane safely and stay healthy while they're out there. So it's not an easy job, but certainly a coveted position, and one that, you know, any pilot kind of who's into this sort of thing might be, you know, driven to want to do. And it's a very select and elite group of people that get to fly in these planes. If you're in a stunt plane like I was with Sean Tucker, you know, you just have to have a stomach of steel, I'll put it that way. So I'm sending it back out to you guys on the deck. Grant, thanks for reminding everyone about that. It was something else, I'll say that.
No doubt.
Unbelievable to see some of the maneuvers. We're listening to it. We're kind of feeling them as they go by us and watching every little bit of this, and it is just extraordinary. So happy to have you there with us watching, everybody. We're going to be back in just a bit with more Blue Angels coverage. Glad you're here. Stay with us. We'll be right back.